All right, man. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. Thanks for coming out.
I like the digs.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the best lab I've visited in a long time.
I appreciate that. I have never had an excuse to be bored.
No,
like there's never.
Not at all.
There's always. It's the opposite. It's like I'm always wanting to look at cool stuff, and I like to think I'm a curator of cool stuff.
That is true indeed. Yeah, your workspace is incredible. I like that. You got your computer space. Mm-hmm. You got your entertainment space, of course, with the Xbox.
Yep.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. I'm jealous, actually.
Well, also you have to think this. Excuse me. This is 30 plus years. Excuse me.
Oh. No, you're fine, man. Truth be told, I would like these to be as natural as possible.
Sure.
Like, as many conversations as we've had out to eat or just, yeah. This should be easy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a full circle, right? From the days of me visiting Boku Pop.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. When we were down in Tony's basement.
Well, I gotta take this real quick.
Oh, ain't no thing.
She's out of my league still. After 7 years, she's still out of my league.
It never changes.
I can't catch up.
Yeah. But no, it's like, and the collection is always changing. Mm-hmm. I'm always trading stuff out for new stuff because cool stuff never stops coming out. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
If you're
that's
aware.
Part of being an adult now. Like you can get the things if you want.
Yeah, you can have the cool stuff now.
But there's still like a little bit of your parents, like in the back, going, "You don't need that."
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you say, "I'm an adult now."
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
This is how I cope. So,
so outside of what you love, what do you do to appease the capitalism gods and maintain the place in society? Not the passion, but the must.
Well, I buy a lot of books. I buy a lot of toys.
Yeah.
So that's where all my money goes to the machine. So.
So what brings the money in nowadays?
Well, I am still freelancing pretty much half the day.
Oh.
The first half of the day, I'm contracted with KET, which is the Kentucky PBS affiliate.
Yeah.
So that's the first half of my day. And then the second half of my day is freelance design and illustration. So.
With your art, where did that start for you?
Oh,
man. As long as I've known you about 16 years now?
Yeah.
Or a little bit more. Well, yeah, about 16
About
years
that, yeah.
So, like, these are conversations we haven't had. We just came in to a situation, the beats per second people, and I won't name them.
No, no need to.
No need to.
People who
them.
know.
They brought the right people together, and then they left.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But what got you started on this path, like comics, games, art?
Oh man, it's always been present in my life growing up. Is whether it's comics or toys. Like I used to collect GI Joes when I was a kid. Play with the 3 3/4 inch GI Joes and Star Wars figures and all that stuff. So I had an affinity for that as a kid, as all kids do.
I like how you specified which Joes.
Yes,
not the big Barbie sized ones.
Right.
The small ones with the Kung Fu grip.
Yes. That
Gen X knows the best.
Yes. Okay. The broken crotches era.
Always broken.
Just, for whatever reason.
Just twist it up.
It would just snap off.
Yeah, snap right off.
But no, so like from a young age, and my parents would get me discounted comics. My parents would go to auctions and stuff a lot. So they would just get boxes of comics and magazines and stuff. So apologies for the dog.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
She's doing her best to guard the house while we're here. But no, so it's always been, and my parents were both artistic. So my dad doodled. He did goofy looking cartoons and stuff. And my mom, she initially wanted to go to fashion design. So they were both artistically inclined, but unfortunately they thought that you could never really do anything with it. So
it would seem like the world is trying to make that true again.
Right. It is. But it was still something that they encouraged me to keep doing as a kid growing up. And then 92 happened, and that's when the image boom, and I was locked in.
I got locked in
comics. To comics. Anyway, that was what I'd always been a fan of comic books, Batman, Spider-Man, that type of stuff. But when Image hit, I was like, oh yeah, man, this is mine. This is my universe. This is my stuff.
So what do we think? What are we saying? Like Gen 13, Cyberforce, Wetworks?
Gen 13, yeah, Spawn, Pit, Shadowhawk, Backlash, Wetworks.
I forgot about
Brass, Brigade.
Huh.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
I was into it. So it's always been present in my life in some form or fashion. What I'm into now, if that answers the question.
It's the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just evolved and expanded.
Yeah. Then
for those of you listening, there's a tiny pupper.
Yes.
That seemed to like just sort of hanging out around my legs here. And I don't mind.
Yeah, she likes bald dudes. she does.
Quiet too.
She does, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a tiny beagle.
Yep.
Sort of.
Yep, she's part Chihuahua and Fox Terrier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, let me lick your hand. That's what she says.
It was a licking thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No licks.
So you've stayed on the path pretty much as possible in this world. Allows an artist to stay on the path. Like I've fallen off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like horribly.
Yeah. Well, I weaved on and off the path at times in my life. There's times where I thought I was going to be a rock and roll drummer, right? So in college,
you see I stopped. My face, right?
Yeah, I do see your face. Yeah, I was in a band in college, and we played all the local spots in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and we used to play Nashville and stuff too. And so there was a time where I wasn't collecting toys. I was still into comics though, but I wasn't actively collecting anything.
So you were in Tennessee up until when?
Up until 2000.
I
was born in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we might have been in Tennessee at the same time.
Yeah, I was in Tennessee from my freshman year of high school.
No, we were long gone by then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was born in Tennessee.
Okay.
Nashville.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
I didn't know about. Did I know about Florida? I think I knew. I
think
Florida.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, I must have known about Florida.
Yeah.
And by you come to Kentucky for school or
Kentucky for a lady.
For a lady.
For a lady. So
I know this lady. Yes.
Yes. My wife Leslie. We actually met in high school in Tennessee, and then, as I'm trying to get the dog off of him, she just wants to chill.
Yeah, it's fine.
She went to University of Kentucky, and we hooked up one spring break, like the last spring break of our senior year in college, and kind of been together ever since.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, that's not too shabby.
And it was one of those things where, because she graduated with a degree in teaching, and I was working at a newspaper in Murfreesboro, and it was a thing where she got a stable gig, and I was like, well, I can do design pretty much anywhere. Yeah. Right. So I came up here, up to Kentucky.
Oh, lucky for Kentucky. Well, especially the art scene here.
Thanks, man.
I will say that there are some who sort of see you as one of the OGs as far as like comic art and getting it out to the public. currently. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you think about live art, six bomb boards,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you were to talk to pretty much any of us in those circles, we have that kind of respect for you. Not to put too fine a point on it, Bryce Oakway, the way he saw us back during those days that shan't be referred to by name, it blew my mind how he saw us. Like, well, these guys, they're doing the thing. They're trying to do all that stuff, and he looked up to us, kind of crazy. And I'm thinking, that was a lot of just like Justin. I was like, don't put me on any kind of pedestal. It's like I always seem to be adjacent to people being great, which is fine. And which is actually what sort of gave me this idea to do this.
Yeah.
Like I'm always witnessing people do big things within the thing that they have passion for.
Thanks, man. But here's the flip of that. It's like I thought I was doing the same. I thought that I was supposed to be the helper guy.
Yeah.
So that's why I had so many things going on and in and around so many things that I wanted, like cool things that I thought were cool at the time that I wanted more people to know about. Mm-hmm. So I thought I needed to be the guy to like rah stuff.
You know, that's like one of the top qualities of leadership, right? I mean, you do know this. I'm just putting it out there. It's like if you're always boosting people up, from there, they're looking up to you.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. I will say that I don't know what to call the fraternity that we seem to have, but it's always seemed to have that. We don't need constant communication to come back together and then it'll just pick up where it leaves off.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, although I will admit I need to do better when it comes to communication. You know, might be a mental health thing. I don't know. Working on that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But we still, it's just like, it just clicks back in.
Yeah.
So when six bomb boards. All right. I don't really know the impetus for that. I don't know what caused you to want to do that here or how this coalesced in your mind, you know?
Oh yeah. I totally took that from my homie, Jim Mahfood. Yeah. I saw him. Leslie and I went to San Diego Comic-Con in 2006 and saw him at a bar or at a nightclub doing live art. Kind of the same way that we have it now, except they had easels and they were just painting on canvases and stuff.
Oh yeah. Very, very fancy.
Very fancy.
Oh yeah. Canvases aren't cheap. Anyone who's in art knows this. Canvases are not cheap.
So they were painting, but this was San Diego. So this was, but this was before all the Marvel stuff popped off. So this was 2006. So there were a lot of people at this nightclub just hanging out. And I was like, man, that's really cool. That's an amazing way to get artists together to make art together. And I thought that was just an incredible concept. I was like, that's, in that kind of setting, in that sort of relaxed atmosphere of a nightclub or a bar or something like that. I thought that was just the coolest thing. And it just rolled around in my brain until 2008, which is when I got the actual wood, the boards, had them cut at Home Depot.
Yeah,
loaded in.
Are those the same boards?
Yeah,
they haven't changed since.
No.
Wow. So what? 15-year-old boards.
Yeah.
What? Michaela, my oldest, she was 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the first one? Was it
The first
Thor?
one? No, the first one was the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Was it that long ago that
It
Star
was.
Trek came out?
It was. That was the first one at Movie Tavern. The first one I ever did in Lexington was the one at Heroes Realm.
Heroes Realm, yeah. I remember. I wasn't at that one, so I can't say I was at the first one.
Yeah. I thought you were.
Was I?
Yeah. I think I cut you. Cause I think you did a Joker piece.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was tight in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it just kept going. Wow. Oh.
Yeah. So.
And the big one started happening over at Movie Tavern.
Right.
And that seemed to get so much attention back then.
It did.
People showed out for those.
Yeah.
And, of course, age changes when you want to be out.
Sure, absolutely. For people that are listening, the way it would shake out is that we would roll up at like 7 and draw and paint until 10, and then go to the late show.
Then go to a movie
around 11 or 11:30. And in between us closing up shop and going to the movie, we would hang out at the bar and do what you do. Sorry, hanging out at the bar.
Is that $6 million man?
It is. That's my text message. So, so we would hang out and then go and see a movie and then come out of there and have a good time.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. But now, flash forward, I really like afternoon live arts.
Well, a lot of us have teenagers now.
A lot of us, right?
And 1 and 2 and 3 children, and it's different. It's different trying to go out, stay at live art for 4 hours, go see a movie for another 2.5.
Yep.
And then hang out or maybe go eat afterwards.
Yep.
And then come home.
Yeah.
Because usually they were on Saturday nights. And then Sunday was a wash for everybody. It's like, nah, we're not doing anything Sunday.
Right.
But now everybody has families and married and responsible. I say that like, ugh. Responsibility.
But I will say we've had a steady stream of people who have become regulars. And I hope that continues. I hope that stays. I hope we continue to get new people come through.
So another has taken up the mantle of the live art, not locally, but nearby in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Tank Mansfield has taken the moniker of Six Bomb Boards, and he does it up at Listerman Brewing Company in Cincinnati. So the second Tuesday of every month, I think.
That just solidifies your like OG status, right? Just a little bit.
We're franchised.
There it is. There, yeah. Make it official. Make it very businesslike. Very businesslike. So what's on the horizon? What do you think you'll be doing? In the future.
Pretty much as far as live art goes, anywhere that'll have us. If we can reach out, I know that there's some local art shows and stuff that we might end up showing at, having a gig at.
We'll get that old money at the Woodland Arts Fair.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know. But otherwise, we'll still be at Movie Tavern, doing our thing, and we have we seem to have a pretty steady popping up over at the Void Sake restaurant.
I kind of like that place
in Lexington.
Yeah, I kind of like that place. It's almost got the feel of the first Movie Tavern a little bit, just with way harder music.
Yeah.
A little harder.
Yeah.
Like, yikes. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe my teenage daughter shouldn't be here with me right now.
Perhaps. Yeah,
perhaps.
That was that. Yeah. The previous one that we did was Yacht Rock, and that was way safer.
Yacht Rock?
Yeah, like Christopher Cross. Sailing. That type of stuff.
Oh, that's Yacht Rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you said that, what jumped in my head is Lonely Island for some reason.
Oh, sure.
I'm on a boat. Oh, I am so corny. Good Lord.
No, but that was the first live art brunch that we did at the Void. It was Yacht Rock themed.
Okay.
So,
and this weekend is the Aliens Romulus.
Yes.
I'm happy to see an aliens movie coming out. Like, it's been a while, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But they can stop, at the same time. At the same time. There are other ideas out there.
There are.
Yeah. I know it's safe monetarily, I guess.
Yeah.
To do something that people know. But, we're coming out of the superhero thing, and the horror thing seems to bring out a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe switch it up.
Yeah.
Experiment a little bit.
See, I want them to go farther and do xenomorphs in a zoo or face huggers in a zoo. Right. So we get alien tigers and stuff like that. Elephants.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
What would a xeno elephant look like?
A nightmare.
Right.
A full-on nightmare.
Right.
I don't think it would even have accounted for its size at that point.
And
it might just collapse at some point. It gets too big.
Right.
It wasn't ready for this type of, like, how would the face hugger even get on the elephant?
Mm-hmm.
Like tigers, I can see almost. If it doesn't bite through the proboscis that just goes down your throat.
Right.
Apparently.
Right.
Because the preview I saw was horrific, and it was pretty nasty, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems that facehuggers have been engineered to go after humans pretty easily.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, the engineers, it was their issue.
Speaking of the previous Alien films.
Oh yeah.
That's my thing, Sean, is I didn't need to know where they came from.
No,
sometimes you don't need to know.
No, not in that sense. It's a monster.
It's a space monster.
They don't talk. They can't be reasoned with.
Nope.
That's all we really need to worry about. And
they hiss, they hunt, and they have acid blood.
And this is, I don't know if we're off track or not. I don't really mind being off track.
Okay.
This is kind of what I wanted.
Sure.
To be honest. First full episode happening right now.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, man.
So
thanks for letting me be on the first full.
Just in that movie, and I'll be honest with you, the engineer, when they woke him up, and he almost immediately goes on a murderous rampage of creatures that I don't think he's even ever seen after they tried to talk to him.
Right.
And he just starts just going to town. I was like, why is he so angry? Is it a religious thing? Is he have some kind of hypersleep psychosis going on? What could be the issue that he becomes the most dangerous thing in the room until he's not?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot that I couldn't. I'm not super sophisticated.
I like how you're trying to just preface this.
I'm not super sophisticated,
sure.
But like you said, I don't think we needed any of that. We didn't know where Waylon came from.
No.
We didn't need any of that stuff. I mean, visually.
Visually it was incredible. But that's just Ridley Scott saying, this is me definitively saying where all of this stuff came from. But in actuality, like they were just making a sci-fi monster movie in 78 or whatever.
It's okay to do that. It's okay to do that.
But now he wants it to be this whole world that he's built.
Everybody's trying to make a universe.
Right. Yeah. It's like,
the alien universe, the alien predator universe.
Yeah.
And I think we know too much about them too.
Yeah. And here's the thing, man. That's a perfect segue. Talking about aliens and predators, I've been on a spree of reading the comics again.
Yeah.
The old Aliens vs. Predators comics from the 90s. And in one of the letters columns, someone in the letters column says, "Hey, this is great, but can we not do any human stuff?" And I was like, man, even in the 90s in the comics, people knew how to make a good alien predator movie. You don't have people in it.
You don't need people, man. You can get what's going on.
Right.
Even let it not be, I don't think this was the best movie, but Alien versus Predator, Sanaa Lathan, people didn't seem to understand why she didn't get murdered on sight.
Yeah.
And it's because she was marked and therefore full-blooded, right? She went through the thing, took care of the queen.
Yep.
You passed the whole test. What am I going to do?
Yep.
Here's your prize. Goodbye, and that was it. You know. Wait, or did she leave with them?
I think she left with them.
She left with them, didn't she? Yeah, and that's all you needed to know. They didn't talk about it. He's like he examined her. Like, oh, you did that thing, huh?
Part of the crew.
I mean, you're ugly, but come on.
Yeah.
I can't even see your teeth. Well, what's going on here?
Right. You only have one jaw. Disgusting.
And it just connects all the way across. Oh, gross. Disgusting. Ooh. You smell too. Come on. We'll get you sorted out. Get you a cloak so we don't have to look at you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Here, just put this helmet on. Don't ever take it off.
Don't ever take it off. Just oh. Imagine those guys being extra bougie among predators.
Oh yeah.
And then the predator alien chest burster.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of 90s and comics,
mm-hmm.
and comics in general, of course, I just was handed my copy of Bleed Leaders #1. Please tell me about Bleed Leaders.
Oh, yes. Bleed Leaders is my comic about people who go onto a reality competition show where they have to hunt vampires. Written by my friend John Ward, and then I did everything else. So it is 2 issues. The first issue is currently on sale on my website, justin3000.com.
I will put that in show notes.
So you can go to the shop there and get it. And issue 2 will be released on October 12th of 2024.
So not far out.
Not far out.
Not far out. You done with most of the layout work and all that?
Yep. I'm 2 pages away from coloring it.
Oh, nice.
So and the way I did it was after every page that I inked, I would scan it and then go ahead and letter it.
Oh.
So whenever I had a page colored, I would just take the black and white page out and just swap it in for the color page.
And everything will be lined up.
Letters are already done.
Computers. So, you gotta love it.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. So, okay.
It goes about as good as you would expect it to go with people who are essentially just fame hunters when they actually have to hunt real deal vampires. Everybody thinks it's fake. So until it's not.
I would ask more questions, but I want to read it.
Okay.
So I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Yeah, no worries.
I bought this from you a few months ago.
Yes. Yes.
and hadn't seen you in the flesh really to get it from you. So this is cool.
Yeah.
I can go home and read this tonight.
Yeah.
Man, it has been, I kind of don't want to wrap it up, but I know you got some places to be.
Not particularly, man. We're just hanging out.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I kind of miss this.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of moments where I've just been with my comic book family, my media people, sci-fi, horror. I could have done a week's worth of that stuff just hanging out.
Yeah.
Like there have been times I wish that we had done a retreat. Like all of us just get
It's
together.
in the works.
And, what?
Yeah.
Please tell me more.
Tank and I are trying to put together something for November.
November.
Yeah.
Okay. So November is a good month.
Okay.
Except for that first weekend.
Okay.
Because the Fenrir Festival is happening. The Viking stuff.
Yeah.
That you know me for.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I mean, I heard from him earlier this week. We hadn't nailed down a date, but we're looking at the 15th through the 17th of November.
Whereabouts?
At Red River Gorge.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger and tell you, okay. I'm in. I want to do it.
Okay.
I want to come. I want to hang out.
Okay.
I would have to settle up with my wife.
Yeah.
Like tonight.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be all right.
Okay.
Who you looking at?
Right now, it's me, Tank, Wes Gift.
Yeah. I know
Wes Gift, Bryce.
Quay.
Previously aforementioned Bryce O'Quay.
Yeah.
And then Chris Coron, who
Okay.
I worked on. There's a comic on my website called Slaughter Market Sweep.
I have not met him, I don't think.
That he and Big Chris.
Oh, Chris. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, Big Chris.
Shameful Walk, LLC.
Yes. Yes.
That's another story.
Fully incorporated.
I'll have to get him, too.
Yes.
I'll have to sit down with him.
Yes.
That will be an irreverent conversation, I'm sure.
Yes.
To tell you the truth, and this is about my show, is that when someone asks me what it's about, I always say it's about whoever I'm talking to and whatever comes up in that conversation. These days, we've got a lot of people who are rage baiters, people who are ultra political, sans the understanding of politics. So they just try to inject their own little feelings and stuff into it, or just don't know anything and behave as if they do. I know there's a lot I don't know, but what I am certain of, I'd rather spend my time having conversations with people that I find interesting. And maybe someone out there who's never met you that knows me will find out about another part of life that I touch. Because I realize now this is a little about myself here, but a little self-indulgent and kind of a selfish act where I can go and touch on all the unusual things I've been a part of. I've got groups of friends that have never met each other that I'm super tight with. My Viking friends have never met my comic friends, have never met my martial arts friends, who don't know my video game friends. You know what I mean? Some of them cross.
Yeah.
Some of them are one and the same and touch a few of them, but I feel like I'm super fortunate to have a hand in all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like just different pieces of life.
Yeah.
And
so it makes you well-rounded, sir.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or schizophrenic. No, I don't. So
just pick one.
I've got too many things I'm into. But doing this is something I've thought about since Boku Pop.
Yeah.
But I was so afraid of the technical aspects of it. Like the board and the stuff that Tressa had in front of her when we were recording, whenever I joined the group for a day, or I think maybe 3 or 4 times I came and sat with y'all. I loved every second of it. I still have a CD.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it has the double-edged sword bit on it.
Okay.
I still do that with a coworker of mine.
Okay.
It's like, man, you can fly, but you can free flying. It's total freedom of speed and direction. You can fly, but every time you set your feet on the ground, you've got maybe 10 seconds to get to a bathroom because explosive diarrhea is coming. That's your trade-off. Do you take it? And most people go, yeah. I would just hover.
Right.
Until I got in there and put my feet on the ground. And 10 seconds is enough time for me to get ready. I'm like, see? That's thinking right there.
Why do you land in the woods every time? Well.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's around. You can go someplace where nobody can even walk to.
Yep.
This is my poop spot.
You have a trail.
This is where I go. This is where I go. You don't feel it until you get to the ground. Not like when you've had to pee all day, or a few hours.
Yeah.
And you've been fine holding it until you get to your house and your bladder connects to the Wi-Fi in your bathroom, and now it's a race.
Yep.
The urgency just.
Yep.
And the closer you get to said bathroom, the urgency just goes up and up.
It intensifies.
Dude, I've been holding it for 2 hours with no problem. Just kind of a back thought. Like,
it already knows you're at home. So it doesn't really matter what room you're in.
I imagine the operations people inside your body. Okay, let's start opening these valves
Mhm.
and let's get us ready. Like every time, let's take away some manual dexterity from the fingers.
Let's have him trip on that last step real quick.
Let's let him, and we want this belt buckle to be the most difficult puzzle he's ever dealt with in his life. Most difficult thing ever. And the zipper is going to be not findable. He's not going to be able to find the zipper. It's going to be right there, but his hands aren't going to work.
You know what? Let's just make him sit down. Let's just make him sit down.
Oh, I love getting old.
No, but I mean your bladder knows that you're already at home, and it's like whatever happens at home, you can keep that secret, right?
Nobody's gonna tell on you.
Nobody's gonna tell on you.
Your wife's just gonna shake her head at you like, And you can look at her and say, "It's too late.
Sorry,
it's too late. You've already locked in. You've already locked in. We've got kids together. Yeah. I mean, I don't see what you're shaking your head for." Yeah, man. I am, but I'm stoked to be able to do this, and the technology has gotten as such that I can carry all my kit in this little bag.
See, that's amazing. That's amazing, and like you're just like I said, we're just having a conversation, and this is incredible. The little magnet mics are like I love living in the future.
Right.
I mean,
right.
That's awesome.
We've got a windows to the world.
Yeah.
I've got two of them right here.
Yeah.
And one of them is just recording a conversation between old guys who, well, not that old.
Yeah.
We're getting there, though. You don't have a lot of gray compared to me, man. What's going on with that?
I don't know. I think...
Clean living?
Not necessarily that.
Okay.
Let's not go that far, Sean.
Well, please, don't give me the credit I don't deserve.
No, I think, I don't know. I've been blessed with pretty good facial hair,
I'm finally letting mine grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, I usually would keep the chin strap going on, but I'll let it fill in here and I'm letting it grow out. And I've got mostly gray on one side.
Oh, nice.
And the other side is like, we're going to hold off for a bit.
Yeah.
We're going to make you look like a comic book villain for a little while with a half gray beard. See how that goes. I think it'll look cool once it grows out a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I'll post my picture once it gets to where it get. It'll be my my host photo.
There you go.
My headshot.
There you go.
Of a full beard, looking more sophisticated than I've ever been in my life.
But and also, it's like, man, isn't it cool that this is a thing that you've been thinking about since Boku Pop days? So we'll go. That's at least a dozen years.
Yeah, at least.
And that's a testament to like being a creative person where you're just letting this thing roll around in your head. And you eventually just went ahead and did it.
Yep.
Like the technology got to a point where it was as easy as it is.
Yep. Yep. Not intrusive at all.
Yeah.
It took a minute to learn the editing software. I can use the pencil and move around clips and stuff and set them where I need to and fade stuff in and out. I'm using ferrite to. I imagine there's one better, and people who do this all the time. Oh, you can get better mics, I'm just having a conversation. I'm not really sophisticated with it, but I imagine if I keep this up, I'll add certain things to it to refine the experience. Like maybe having video clips right now, because right here, this shot right here, I could get a shot. Matter of fact, I will. But I'm gonna get a shot of you now in this setting. This, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Is an amazing shot, and before I post this, I'm gonna first episode with so and so, and I'm gonna put your picture on my Facebook page, and we'll see how that works. See, I'm just coming up with ideas on the fly.
See,
I've planned this at a very rudimentary level, but when ideas come, it's like I could add this. And there's a coworker I have who says you need to put a TikTok page together, a YouTube page together for any video that you're going to end up doing, because you will end up doing video.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. You're gonna end up doing it.
Gonna end up doing video.
He's gonna end up doing video, and I'm like, okay, I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and
man.
that's the thing. Again, it's you're learning by doing.
Right.
Right. And as much as if you tried to conceive of every possible thing that could happen or idea that you have before you started, then you're never going to start.
No, that's true.
So yeah, you just have to do stuff on the fly when it comes to you sometimes.
Yeah, when you get the idea, just go for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh no. I don't need the lighting in here. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Right on.
We'll get a shot of
for sure.
all this stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, this is one of the better labs I've seen. And we call them labs for some. Everybody has a lab.
Yeah, it's where the scientists go to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's where the scientists go to concoct potions and schemes and
yeah, man. So for everybody listening, I'm geeking out over the quality of the iPhone camera, and the cinematic mode is unfair. Oh my gosh! I mean, take a look at this, man. I'm gonna probably edit this part out, but it's more light in here than it's actually in the room.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
It's almost professional.
That looks good, man.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Ah, man. So how was your day, man? How was this today?
Today's been good. Like I said, I've been keeping my head down and working on comics. Mm-hmm. We talked at the Void last weekend about it. That's been all I've been doing is working on bleed leaders and the occasional little pop-up side gig that happens every now and then.
Ah, gotcha.
So, but yeah, for the most part, it's just been coloring bleed leaders and getting it ready to order a proof of and hopefully sign off on copies of it.
Well, I will be getting the second one, if only to have both of them. So.
Yeah, because you get a complete story with 1 and 2. So, but yeah, that was today, and that's been pretty much past couple of months drawing and designing and all that stuff.
Now, we talked about family a little bit. I meant to ask about G-Dub.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's she been, man?
She's good. She's 13, and this full on anime nerd.
So like only the best type of person.
Only the best type of person, and she's a collector as well. There was no avoiding it. So she collects figures and Funko Pops. And stuff. Yeah, I know, right? Shocking.
Wow.
What did we do?
Oh no. My oldest, Michaela, who you know, as quiet as she is, like her and Gwen are not the same as far as talking.
Yeah. Unless
it's about something that she's into, which is either gaming, which is now a FIFA thing with her.
Oh, okay.
And anime.
Okay.
And anime. Every once in a while, I'll try something new with her. Like we did watch first episode of Go-Go Loser Rangers or whatever that was.
Yeah, Go-Go Loser Ranger.
It's weird, man.
It is.
I don't even know what the setup is. They have an arena where they go to all the time.
Yep.
They're coming up with new ideas to. Mm-hmm. It's like, are they a part of the whole deal? What's happening?
Yeah, they're in on it.
Oh yeah, that's what I started to figure out, and then I'm like, okay, this is something. And she was like, she started gathering up her stuff and going up to her room. I said, so knowing this one, she's like, that's her judgment on an anime. And we tried.
That's fair.
We tried Kaiju number 8. I love it.
Yeah.
From the first episode, because the protagonist is not a typical protagonist. He is 32.
Yep.
He works and he's not like pretty. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of a dunce.
Yeah. And he's one of those dudes that thought his life was going to go one way.
Right. And it didn't.
And it did not.
Yeah. But now it's going in a completely bonkers way.
Right. Sure.
Like nipple pee. You know, it was weird. I was like, okay, this is pretty good though.
Yeah.
Again, she was like,
okay.
Yeah, but she's still on that My Hero.
All right.
She loves it. She's got the bag with the UA bag.
Yep.
She's full on My Hero. Got her mother into it. Yeah.
Dang.
I think her mother is like into the teacher.
Okay.
Aizawa. I think she's a big Aizawa fan.
Yep.
I don't know why that is. I'm like, that's weird. But okay, at least it's not one of the kids.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's a child.
Yeah.
That's a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. I always like to see Gwen whenever I see y'all. And she's always been a happy kid from my point of view. Like,
yeah, she's always I mean, it's not always the greatest thing ever. It's
a child.
It's a child. No. So but for the most part, she's super great. I have no complaints.
No notes.
No notes. No notes.
Right. My second one is with the little one, Nadia. How do I describe her right now? She's a sweetheart of all sweethearts. Like, she thanked a delivery guy for bringing food to the daycare because they were showing up at the same time. She just decided that she needed to thank him for his work. She's not 3 yet.
Okay.
I was like, okay. Made her mother tear up a little bit. Like,
of course.
Because she texted me, your daughter, she's so compassionate. I'm like, yeah, I don't know where she gets that because it ain't me. I'm kind of crotchety. I'm nice. Okay, no, I'm kind.
You're kind.
But I'm not nice all the time. Like, I'll help you and I'll roast you about, not taking care of your car at the same time. I'm like a New Yorker. Like, yeah, what are you doing? And as I'm helping you change your tire and making fun of you for not. But nice people are like, oh, I hope it goes better for you, and drive off.
Yeah, right. Right.
That's nice. But
right.
It's not kind.
No.
I rather kind people. I know kind people. You're kind of both. You're kind of nice and kind. Like, I trust the things you say to be what you mean when you're talking about being happy to see people, or telling people to give you a call, telling people to talk when they need to talk.
Yeah.
Us adults aren't good at reading that. Like, I'm terrible at it. I can't take anything for face value, especially when it's kind. That's bad. That's not a great thing. But I'm getting better.
Yeah, and it's a constant work on ourselves, right?
Yes, of course.
That's and I appreciate you saying that, because I think that's what I try to exude, and give to people, because stuff's messed up, man. Stuff's a little bit messed up, and a lot of people are afraid, and a lot of people are upset about things. I'd rather be nice and kind in a world that wants to scare and terrorize. So, yeah, I don't want to dwell on bad things.
No,
but I think that's part of where that comes from, is knowing that people have those things going on. So why
add to it?
Why add to it? Yeah. Everybody's got bad stuff going on, so it's a lot easier to be kind and nice.
Well, that's true. It helps.
Yeah.
And if at the very least, if you can't do that, just don't do anything.
Yeah.
Don't bring your BS to compare to someone else's BS.
Yeah.
And have the struggle Olympics.
Yes.
Like, oh, you stubbed your toe. Well, I broke my whole foot.
Right.
It's like,
right.
We need to be competing in that way.
Right.
There's the old guys, one in a million type of dudes who will sincerely ask you what's going right. What you know good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what you know good.
Well, okay, well, what do I know good? And make you think about it. Like, oh, well, and my kid is doing this, and my wife's doing that, and got a new car. I'm actually, I'm doing all right. Haven't stubbed my toe in months.
Right.
Months.
Right.
Everything's going pretty well.
But you might get diarrhea soon.
Well, because it comes from flying too high, man.
Comes from flying too high. too close to the sun.
Too close to the sun. The bubble guts, man. It's an altitude thing.
That's the thing. It's like, I'm having a good time, but at any given moment, you could eat something bad. So might as well enjoy it. Yeah. Try to have a good time.
We're really bad at filling up the space with things that we think we need to do.
Yeah.
Instead of things that we like to do.
Yeah.
It's like, we gotta figure out something to do this weekend. What do you mean figure out? You know what you like to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And that was another part of like curating this space is I like being surrounded by things that I find inspiring and creative. And so I like spending time in the lab, in the studio, looking at stuff, going through stuff, trying to absorb, again, stuff that I find interesting and compelling, and trying to, for lack of a better word, steal it and incorporate it into my own stuff.
Right.
So that's the, but and sometimes I have to get out as well. It can be a little bit overwhelming if you're supposed to be like a creative person all the time.
Oh yes.
Right. It can be, it can feel a little, claustrophobic sometimes if I'm trying to work on a drawing and then it's not happening. And I feel like I'm supposed to be inspired. I'm supposed to be invigorated by all this stuff. So why isn't it happening? Why isn't it coming out on the page? But then it's just one of those things that those days happen, and those days are going to always happen. So that's I don't know where I was going with that.
Oh no, you made it. You made your point.
If that makes any sense.
It does. It does. Probably more than you think to a lot of us who have gotten into the rut of life. Work, home, eat, sleep.
Yeah, because I never leave. I never leave here. I work from home at KET, and then after that, after I punch out, I'm at home.
Yeah, doing
the freelance thing.
Huh.
So yeah.
You don't appear to be someone who's at home all the time, though. You don't have that.
That's why you see me out doing stuff.
You got to get out.
Got to get out, man.
We got to stay here. We got to go. Like I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home, and have everything that I need to exist in both worlds. Mm-hmm. The employment world and the world of my passion, and those things kind of exist in the same place. That's cool.
Yeah.
I dig that for you, man, that you can do that. And you know enough to get out of the house.
Yes. And that's something too that's taken time is recognizing when that feeling is happening, and being able to say, okay, this is, and not being overreactionary to it. And when you feel that coming on, being able to sort of push away from the table and be like, all right, I can't force that.
Right.
After having tried to force it so many times.
Hello.
Hi.
I think if y'all are recording.
Yeah, we are, but it's no problem. I'm not really strict about.
Sean has magnet mics. This is just a little magnet.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am from the future. About 20 minutes.
Bad wreck up the road. Stay away.
Avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the first days going?
Not bad.
All right. Right
Not
on.
bad.
Right on.
Yes, hello.
I'm trying not to be a stranger in my friends' lives here, and this is helping me do it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've been a stranger I didn't remember how to get here. That's how bad it is. It's been almost 6-7 years probably since I've been here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So
yeah, probably.
It's kind of wild.
Well,
yeah.
Little too.
I have 2. Well, one isn't little anymore.
Little.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
She thanked the delivery person. Sean told me.
Yeah. at her daycare though, who arrived as they were arriving, and he was bringing stuff in. She just. I don't know where she got the idea to do that. So Right on, kid. You're already better than me. That's all I really want.
Girls,
Hmm.
do
Okay.
something before I go get our kid.
Yeah, she's got band till 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls.
Oh boy, got to show off when mom gets home.
So what grade is she in now? She's
8th grade. It started 8th grade.
I remember coming to see y'all at the hospital.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's playing up with the high school marching band.
What's she play?
Let's see.
She's in percussion. She's in the pit.
Tam
Plays the glockenspiel.
xylophone.
The Glockenspiel.
The glockenspiel. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very beautiful.
It's the pling pling.
Girls.
Michaela's a big band geek too. She plays flute and trumpet in band and flute in marching band. And she just picked up snare because she wanted to play drums in college.
Dang.
Yeah, but the snare she picked up outside of school
Okay.
and had a recital and everything because she wants to learn drums.
Yeah.
Also, she got a trombone for herself. Who is this child? Also, she has a guitar at the house too.
Yeah, Gwen has a good semester.
Yeah.
too.
She loves music. She loves music and video games and anime. We've got almost the same kid, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think but that's where her voice acting
Yeah. She's.
comes in.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That's what she wants to do.
Oh, well, shoot.
That's why we just pack up and find an anime, a con somewhere. It's got 2 or 3 voice actors she wants to meet. That's our vacations.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
kind of dope.
They
Yeah.
have been awesome.
Yeah. They've been cool people.
That helps.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Who has she met?
Voice.
Oh my gosh.
It's mostly Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Saitama from One Punch Man.
Really?
Yeah. She got
Ray
him.
Park.
She met Ray Park?
Juju and Dragon. She plays Genshin.
I just got started on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Or, no, there was another one. I have Genshin Impact because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what was the newer one that came?
Hawkeye Star Rail.
Not that one. I have that one
Yeah.
on the phone.
Okay.
But there's a one that came out. Oh, wait. I got them all on the phone. I have a few of them just because I wanted to try them out.
Too.
Yeah.
She played with high school team.
Yep. She did Splatoon and Super Smash Brothers.
Genshin Impact. Zenless Zone Zero.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That one's interesting.
yeah. That's the one Gwen tried to put on her phone, but it sucked the battery.
Yeah. Zenless Zone Zero. And that one's on the PlayStation at the house.
Okay. Cool.
Which almost never gets turned on these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you who plays PlayStation at my house. Courtney.
Yeah.
Power Wash Simulator. That is her zen right now. She will sit there and clean an entire cruise ship.
Hey, whatever
They're
gets
like,
you through.
"Oh, hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
That's what dogs do.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's happening at Bryan Station. So she goes to, well, she doesn't even really go to STEAM anymore. She's done with her high school classes. She's just got BCTC classes. She will technically in December.
Like Jay.
Mm-hmm.
She graduated early.
Yeah, over at STEAM. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Jay over at Bryan Station.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a
Her.
sophomore this year.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause,
her other kid.
Yeah,
Yeah. Her younger kids.
she was walking by. I wasn't feeling great. I was going to a parent meeting or whatever, but Michaela's mom showed up, and I told her, I guess I gotta go home. I can't do this today. My head was spinning almost, and I was like, I just gotta get to the house.
Mm.
And once I got to the house, and I think I was just having I didn't eat or something, so I just ate something and I had some grapes, and I leveled out. I was like, okay, doctor time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I need to get some stuff checked out. I got an appointment in a month. Almost 50-year-old self. So.
Yep. Gwen likes to say we're almost 50. I know.
Oh no, I made it this
I am
far.
47. I got 3 more years. I'm not almost 50.
I am 49. I will be there next May.
Yeah.
And I'm having a party. So y'all be ready. Sometime in May,
Let's do it.
There'll be a big party for 5 decades, half century of life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Level 50.
Level 50.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I don't want all those perks that come with it. I'll probably get that AARP in the mail, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Now it'll really hit then.
Yep.
It's like, this has my name on it.
Ponderosa coupons for 4 p.m. dinner.
4 p.m. dinner, 6 o'clock bedtimes.
Yeah.
Oh man. This has been something else, man. I do appreciate you sitting down with me today.
This has been great, man. And I want to say, like, props to you and congrats to you for doing the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
I had to do it. Maybe if it goes well and people like what they hear and want to hear more, and I can pivot fully into it.
Yeah.
And really work like full time at it. That's the dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, people at workplace, I have to go. It doesn't pay for me to be here and do what I'm enjoying right now.
Yep.
I make no mistakes about my motivation. Me wanting to just talk to folks. I'm Gabby.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch.
Just touch. You know how many times we were standing loitering in front of a movie theater?
Oh yeah.
For hours.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I gotta go, but every time I look at my watch, it's like 20 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
Before you know, we sitting out there 2 hours.
Yep. Southern goodbye.
No time. We've done this. We've been sitting here for an hour.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
that's wow.
Yeah.
All right then.
This is flawless. This is easy. I got a friend of mine lined up for next week, and another guy I work with later that week.
Right
on. The outpouring of support and volunteers on my Facebook Messenger was shocking. Like, oh, what? Okay, you? Okay, yes, of course.
Nice.
But then I start to think, how do I know all these people who have all these interesting lives? This is, like more than the average person. Like, interesting.
Right.
I know a guy who has been hired to break into places to test their security. That's his job in some places. Damn. Like,
and see, you only got to this place by having this life.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so like now you're at a place where you are sitting back and recognizing, oh snap, I know a ton of different people that have interesting stories to tell.
Very interesting.
And why not?
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
And that'll be my story. Is these episodes will be kind of my story. I sat with one of my coworkers. Haven't known him a few months, and we talked about some of his. He had like this wanderlust as a younger man, and he would just get on a bus and travel to like Atlanta for a few days with no plan and have just the craziest things happen to him and come back with that. Like,
wow,
this is a story I have now.
Yeah.
I sat and listened to him because we had a really slow day. Nothing was happening. Stuff was down. Things needed to be cleaned, and we were in wait mode. So it was like an hour and a half of him just telling me the story. And I'm like, how did you, I know you survived because I'm sitting here talking to you, but you were, at one point he was legit like in a trap house. Like, how did I get here? Like,
that's some movie stuff, right?
He's not drunk or high, or whatever. Yeah. He's just, it's just where things happen.
That's where he ended up. Okay.
And he was sitting in a park one day, and there was a guy who said, "You need to quit running. This is a stranger in another city. You need to quit running and get out of here. This ain't where you're gonna find it, and you'll never see me again." He took his drink from him and left. Like there's some. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand what just happened. So,
wow. Yeah.
When I hear these stories, I'm like, man, I need to record these. And I've said that so many times. So now I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
Just doing it. Maybe it'll be a break for some people from, complaining about what Joe Rogan is doing or complaining about how he's not taking people to task. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm pretty much done with it. I'm done with politics for a while, to an extent, because I have daughters and I don't want them controlled the way people are trying to control them. Right. I really don't want that. But my political and religious ideologies have no place here. I just want people to be able to talk.
Yeah, man.
You know, and I'll talk back. You know, it's not a thing where I won't add my 2 cents, because I will. But
sure.
Yeah, man. It's just one of those things. So I think I'm gonna try to wrap it up here.
Cool.
And I'll do a blurb about you before the episode. I'll roll into it. Okay. And I'll edit when I feel like I need to edit.
Sure. Yeah. All the
dog stuff. Man, I might leave some of the dog stuff in. Sure. That was kind of funny. It depends on how it sounds when this is hour and 10 minutes now.
Nice.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, man. And I do appreciate you sitting down with me and let me come hang out in this beautiful lab of yours. Well,
you're welcome, official guest.
Yeah.
I'm honored and I'm stoked.
Yeah. It's fast and dirty, but you know, I kind of want that in there. I kind of want it real. I want it to be real.
Yeah.
So
just convo.
I'm not a professional. I have no idea what I'm doing.
None of us do.
And
I think that's the great that's the great equalizer.
All right, man. We're signing off, man.
All right.